Yeah, I'm Tracy Lynch. I head up Greggs Foundation. I've been with the organisation nearly 10 years now. Greggs Foundation is a grant-making organisation. We support communities where Greggs trade, so that's our main aim. That's really based on that historically Greggs traded in some of the poorer communities, on some of the poorer streets. And we always felt that we had a greater responsibility to those communities because they would be our staff and our customers. We've got three main programmes, a core funding grant programme, which was historically in the North East but now goes right across the country. Breakfast Club programme, which is what most people know the Greggs Foundation for, and then our individual hardship grants programme, where we support individuals in both of those networks, whether it's breakfast clubs or the community organisations. They support an individual through a moment of financial crisis, and we help to deliver white goods, beds, bedding on supermarket hours. I think the Breakfast Club programme is probably what we're best known for. That's really grown from one school in West Walker in 1997 to 1,000 schools right across the UK, and it's 25 years old, that programme this year. I think on top of that, we've banged on that children need a good breakfast if they want to be able to attain, and it's brilliant that we've now got a new government in that is now saying that they will take that on board and provide that to all primary school children. That gives us an opportunity to work with that network in other ways, because we know most of those schools need help in other ways, whether that's through school holidays, after school, just in additional education support. So probably the schools programme. I think something else that I always feel really proud of is the fact that we have a really good relationship with Greggs. So we are an independent charity. So despite the fact that we sit here in Greggs House, we have our own board, we have our own independence. But that relationship works really well. They don't dictate how we should go around supporting our communities, but equally there's always an open door to go and ask people for help and support, and use some of their great marketing skills to help promote the work that we do. So yeah, I think that's something when I talk to other corporate charities that I feel really lucky to be in this position. Yeah, 40% of our expenditure is still spent in the North East. So although we're a national charity, we absolutely recognise that our roots are up here in the North East. Greggs is a loved brand up here, so people are often knocking the door asking for help. I think where we work across supporting the voluntary sector is all of the organisations, certainly the community organisations, are hugely reliant on volunteers to make it happen. I think our funding goes to make sure that there's somebody in place to be able to coordinate that and make sure that any organisation that we're funding has a good level of governance and safeguarding in, because for most of the organisations we will be supporting, there will be people with vulnerabilities within there. So I think it's key that we're not shy to make sure that there's a funded role within all those organisations. Funding's available for organisations under £1 million, so community organisations with a turnover of less than £1 million. The individual hardship grants have to come through either a registered organisation, and organisations can get in touch to be registered with us, although we have a limited number. So the referrals are either through our Breakfast Club schools or the community organisations that we're funding. And Breakfast Club schools, we have a waiting list, despite the fact that we may or may not be required in the future to keep delivering that. We'll still continue to have a waiting list there, because we know we'll always work with schools and we'll always have a network there. I think like all organisations, although Greggs is hugely well known, I don't think a lot of customers know Greggs Foundation exists. We have a website. We're trying harder to work alongside the brand to try and get pops of news where it can be seen in-house. Website is your best bet to find us, and like I say, that'll help guide you all the way through with the support that we can offer.